Breaking news, guys. Breaking news, man. Lil Jon's son is missing. I got the news from my girl, Reality TV, who is from Georgia, by way of Texas.
Lil Jon's son vanished after walking out of his Milton, Georgia home one morning with no phone, no shoes, and no personal belongings. What's unsettling people now is a video that recently went viral, posted by Lil Jon's rivals and widely believed to be a disturbing message aimed at his father. On February 3, 2026, around 6 a.m., the 27-year-old left his house in what police later described as a possibly disoriented state, on foot, without a car or a note, heading toward the intersection of Baldwin Drive and Mayfield Road before disappearing into the early morning darkness. His name is Nathan Murray Smith, known professionally as DJ Young Slade, the son of Grammy-winning, multi-platinum rapper and producer Jonathan Lil Jon Smith. Within hours, the Milton Police Department issued a missing person alert, sharing his photo and description across social media and regional law enforcement networks. The alert highlighted a key detail that set this case apart from a typical adult disappearance. The 27-year-old may have been disoriented and in need of immediate help. He had no phone, no wallet, no identification, and no way to contact anyone, leaving him completely unreachable. Police stressed there was no threat to the public, but urged anyone who saw him to call authorities for a welfare check rather than approach him directly. Fox 5 Atlanta was among the first to air the alert, reporting Nathan was last seen near Baldwin Drive in Milton, followed by WSB-TV's video coverage emphasizing concern for his safety. Within 24 hours, the story spread nationwide, with NBC News detailing the circumstances, People magazine sharing the family's request for privacy and prayers alongside a 2016 photo of Lil Jon and his son, and USA Today reporting a statement describing the situation as unimaginably difficult. Bet focused on the family's anguish and police concerns, while The Hollywood Reporter noted Lil Jon's estrangement from Nathan's mother, Nicole Smith, adding another layer to the crisis. The case quickly ignited social media and YouTube commentary, with Boss Talk TV breaking the story on air with visible emotion.
Breaking news, guys. Breaking news, man. Lil Jon's son is missing. I got the news from my girl, Reality TV, who is from Georgia, by way of Texas.
Their co-host, Reality TV, shared early details on the situation, repeating what was circulating across Georgia media at the time.
It seems that maybe he was, I'm not going to say, I don't know if he was under the influence of a drug or whatever, but he ran out of the house barefoot with no phone or nothing.
The hosts of Boss Talk TV quickly urged viewers to help spread awareness, reading directly from official reports to confirm the key facts. They then cited TMZ's parallel coverage, which helped push the story to a national audience.
So Lil Jon is dealing with a scary situation right now, TMZ said. His son, DJ Young Slade, has been reported missing in Georgia. The same thing, the Milton Police Department put out a missing persons alert Tuesday saying 28-year-old Slade, legal name Nathan Murray Smith, ran out of his home on foot and hasn't been seen since. And he doesn't have a phone, he may be disoriented, and he could be in need of help.
One particularly chilling detail came up during the Boss Talk TV broadcast. Local outlet Rough Draft Atlanta reported an active police situation unfolding in Mayfield Park, near where Nathan was last seen. To grasp the impact of his disappearance, it helps to understand who Nathan Murray Smith is, not just as Lil Jon's son, but as his own accomplished individual. Born in 1998, Nathan was surrounded by music from the very beginning. Lil Jon has shared stories of Nathan kicking during studio sessions while still in the womb. His mother was a dancer, and his father was building the crunk empire that would define a generation of Southern hip-hop. Remarkably, Nathan contributed vocals to Lil Jon and the East Side Boys' 2001 single BIA as a toddler, a surreal start considering the path he would carve for himself. He began producing beats in high school, trained at the Scratch DJ Academy, and attended New York University. Nathan honed his craft step by step, working as a DJ, producer, engineer, and eventually as an artist under the name DJ Young Slade. His career showed real momentum, including a 2024 collaboration with his father on Lil Jon's guided meditation and hip-hop album Total Meditation that he and Lil Jon collaborated on tracks for 2 upcoming farewell album shorts. In March 2025, he released the single Feels, actively promoting it on Instagram as a Alade. Nathan appeared on MTV's Family Legacy, reflecting on the moment watching his father's DJ set that shaped his own path. He performed at festivals like One Music Fest in Atlanta, worked with artists such as Jim Jones, and remained deeply connected to Atlanta's music scene. He also appeared with his father on Celebrity Family Feud. By all accounts, he was a young man building something real, independently producing, recording, and mixing his own material that on Boss Talk TV, the emotional weight was intense. The host reflected on what it means to be a parent receiving such news. Earlier in the episode, a pre-recorded interview had aired with Nathan describing his father simply as Dad, the man who drinks tea and watches movies, an image painfully juxtaposed with the missing person alert issued hours later by Milton Police. This is not celebrity gossip. This is a family in crisis. As of February 5, 2026, Nathan has not been located. Searches around Mayfield Lake and nearby areas continue. Lil Jon has made no public statements beyond requesting prayers and privacy. The Boss Talk TV host captured the agony of that silenced the terror of a child unreachable and powerless. The conversation also touched on the frustration of waiting for information and the broader reminder from reality TV that prayers should extend beyond a single family in crisis.
Praying for not just Lil Jon missing person, but
All of
the
them.
missing people, because I know that he's a celebrity and they get, a bigger publicity and all that, but prayers for everybody that's looking for a missing person.
Old enemies, new wounds, the beefs that never truly die. The title of this video references Lil Jon's Opps, a hip-hop term for rivals or enemies. While there is no evidence linking any of these rivalries to Nathan's disappearance, searches across news, social media, and hip-hop coverage show no incidents involving DJ Young Slade personally. This is being treated primarily as a welfare and mental health concern rather than a criminal matter. Still, the chilling footage circulating alongside Nathan's missing person alerts takes on a different weight when you consider that Lil Jon has spent decades in an industry where rivalries can follow families for generations. Jonathan Smith, aka Lil Jon, rose from Atlanta's late 1990s and early 2000s crunk scene as its loudest, most dominant force. As frontman of Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, he produced and performed anthems that defined an era. Get Low, B, Throw It Up with his signature ad-libs, yeah, okay, becoming cultural fixtures parodied by Dave Chappelle and recognized worldwide. He later produced Turn Down for What with DJ Snake, won a Grammy, worked across genres from EDM to country, and remained relevant for over 2 decades. But such dominance in Atlanta's competitive southern rap scene did not come without friction. The most notable documented beef in Lil Jon's career involved Pastor Troy, born Micah Lava Troy, an Atlanta rapper known for his aggressive independent southern rap. The two initially collaborated on Throw It Up, a track from Lil Jon and the East Side Boys' 2002 album Kings of Crunk. The song became Pastor Troy's biggest mainstream exposure, a crunk anthem that introduced him to a national audience. However, the collaboration also sowed long-lasting resentment. In interviews, including a 2021 Vlad TV appearance, Pastor Troy expressed frustration over how the project unfolded. No official music video was ever made, a decision he blamed on label politics, and no further collaborations followed. He felt excluded from Lil Jon's growing empire, denied additional opportunities despite the track's success, and recalled that even when Lil Jon requested a verse, it never led to mutual respect or further work. In a 2022 Revolt TV interview, Troy reflected on these frustrations within the larger dynamics of Atlanta's crunk scene. The tension boiled over in 2006 when Pastor Troy released Murder Man 2 on his album By Choice or By Force, a direct diss targeting Lil Jon, his BME label, and affiliates including Lil Scrappy and Crime Mob. The track was explicit, venting years of perceived disrespect, and circulated widely in Atlanta's underground and southern rap circles. Lil Jon, however, never responded. His silence became its own statement. Lil Jon continued building his career while Pastor Troy's frustrations remained largely one-sided. But his rivalry landscape extended beyond Troy. His relationship with the Yin Yang Twins, known for crunk hits like Get Low and Salt Shaker, grew tense over creative control, credit, and business dealings. The twins have said in interviews and podcasts that Lil Jon initially resisted Get Low and pushed back on some ideas, and they felt undervalued despite the song's massive success. Though more professional than personal, the tension was real and well documented. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys themselves split after their 2004 album Crunk Juice due to money disputes, legal issues, and internal conflicts. The breakup allowed Lil Jon to go solo and remain prominent while the group faded, leaving lasting friction. Additional disputes included DM Franchise Boys, who accused Lil Jon of heavily influencing or appropriating their sound during the Crunk to Snap transition, and tensions involving Lil Scrappy, signed to Lil Jon's BME label, whose departure was reportedly influenced by pressure from 50 Cent and unresolved issues. Throughout it all, Lil Jon maintained a consistent approach, rarely addressed beef publicly, avoided diss tracks, and focused on his legacy in crunk music, production, and collaborations. In recent years, particularly 2024 to 2025, he has spoken openly about his personal journey toward mental and physical health. Lil Jon openly acknowledged his past heavy drinking, tied to his crunk party persona, and revealed he cut back significantly after liver-related health scares around age 50. He began EMDR therapy, meditation, and an intense fitness regimen, even competing in the 2025 Muscle Beach Championship. He credited these changes to wanting to be healthier for his family, especially his young daughter, born in 2024, and his older son, Nathan. He spoke about overcoming what he called suffering in silence, a pattern he saw in many men, and became an advocate for self-care and wellness. That personal evolution makes the current crisis even more devastating. After publicly rebuilding his life around family and health for the past 2 years, he now faces the nightmare of his 27-year-old son vanishing without a trace. His previous marriage to Nicole Smith, Nathan's mother, ended in a way that added complexity to an already fractured family dynamic, yet by all accounts, Lil Jon and Nathan maintained a close bond. They collaborated on music, appeared together on television, and Nathan often described his father as the quiet, tea-drinking, movie-watching dad behind the bombastic stage persona. The Boss Talk TV host captured the raw agony of Lil Jon's situation, the impossibility of staying composed when your child is missing.
And I think that's just a scary situation when you sitting there trying to figure, you don't know. He didn't take his phone. He might have had on shoes, might have didn't have on shoes. He don't have no personal items. That's the weirdest thing right there. Because now you got me worried. Now I'm worried about you because I don't know what the hell going on. What happened to my damn son is what I'm asking at that point. So, I just pray for Lil Jon, and I pray for the mother of the boy too, because she going through it. It ain't just Lil Jon because he got a name. It's family, brothers and sisters. Everybody is on high alert when somebody missing.
As a relatively low-profile DJ and producer compared to his father's fame, Nathan had no public feuds, industry drama, or personal conflicts. His Instagram before his disappearance mostly showed family moments, music promotion, and positive career updates. Yet hip-hop's history shows that carrying a famous last name can make you inherit your parents' enemies, whether you want it or not. And that leads to the darkest part of this story, when the children end up paying the price, following a troubling pattern all too familiar in the industry.